Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about John's A done got me everything but the S I need to make nachos. Woman says she understands why women do not like male shoppers after Doordash grocery fail. And here we go again with blaming gender for what is a common problem within the gig economy. To be as clear as possible, discrimination is never okay. It doesn't matter gender, race, what your gender preferences are, anything. But for some reason, where normally it's never okay to talk about women poorly, the women who happen to be on TikTok talking about this stuff happen to think it's perfectly okay to down a man on these things. So with that said, I want to go over what is being said in this article, how it actually is for gig workers and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. Joining the ranks of several delivery customers who claim men just can't get the job done correctly, one TikToker went viral after documenting how a male DoorDash shopper failed to provide the chips, cheese, and ground turkey she requested to make nachos. Now, normally when people are complaining about grocery fails in the gig economy, they're referring to Instacart. Now they're going after DoorDash grocery shoppers, which honestly is pretty rare to begin with. Like seriously, if you're getting attacked on one end, you're going to be attacked on another in this way. It's really disgusting how common it is for people to be treating gig workers like this, especially for guys. Now, could he have just not seen the chips, cheese, and ground turkey? Yes. Could he have deliberately refunded them just to get the payment? Could be, but at the same time, you can't claim that they can't do anything right when you're not there. Like, come on. The DoorDash customer, Houston-based creator Sonja Norwood, shared her experience to Wickdconfections TikTok account run by Houston-based creator Sonja Norwood, where it has received more than 45,000 views in the first 24 hours on the platform. In the clip, Norwood rails against a male DoorDasher named John against a green screen of her DoorDash grocery order, showing the 3 crucial ingredients among the 4 refunded items in her cart. The things you do for content, huh? I'm going to link to her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. It's not like you lost 3 crucial ingredients and it was specifically those things. It was among 4 crucial ingredients that also weren't there. That's not the fault of the driver. That's the fault of the store not having what you need. Norwood explained in a phone interview with the Daily Dot that she was visiting her sister in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, delayed beyond her planned visit because of a canceled Southwest Airlines flight. So on Tuesday, without a car, with a hankering for nachos, she pulled up DoorDash out of necessity and dispatched a shopper to a local Safeway in quest for the ingredients. Okay, so it sounds like she was actually having a problem with not only what was happening with DoorDash, but the fact that her flight was delayed because of a canceled flight. She doesn't have a car, she wanted nachos, and she had to use DoorDash. And all of that anger and total frustration was taken out on this one DoorDash shopper who happened to be a guy. Like, really? I was irritated, like, you could see the vision, Norwood said of her nacho-centric grocery order. You could see what I was trying to do. It was quite obvious. Look, when I'm doing any kind of grocery shopping, I'm a hunter-gatherer. You told me to get these things, I'm getting those things. If it's there, great. If not, whatever. That's it. Now, in the event that the items aren't there, I will do what I can to replace them. But that being said, I'm going to call you to make sure that the replacements are okay. Should he have done that? Yes. Did he do that? I mean, I'm assuming no because it became a TikTok, but don't make it sound like it was quite obvious. We're just trying to do our job. That's it. He left out all the main ingredients she added. What am I supposed to do? Recalling a recent TikTok where a creator merged a fake crying sound with the caption, "When you find out your DoorDasher's a man," she went to work right away to create the video chronicling her experience. So this person just seems like she's hopping on the bandwagon of complaining about male DoorDash drivers for views. That's pretty much what this is at this point. Yes, I understand she's frustrated about the whole nacho situation, and I agree to a certain degree, but still, I'm disgusted. Her soliloquy begins in the clip. I'm thoroughly disgusted. Now I see why women do not like male DoorDashers. It has nothing to do with them being a man. It means that they didn't have the items you wanted. She explains, because I'm trying to make nachos, look at this, with the video's background shifting more clearly, show the 4 refused items. Okay, first off, it's not refused, it's refunded. So don't make it sound worse than it actually is. I'm sick of writers pulling that crap. Second, it's not the DoorDasher's fault that the items were not available. You ordered a bunch of different items, 2 of which were substituted, and 4 of which were refunded entirely. So it's not all the driver, it's what was available. John's A done got me everything but the S I need to make nachos, she exclaims. You will count your mother effing days, John. You will count them. Talk about misplaced anger on something that the driver couldn't control. Honestly, I'm really tired of customers that act this way. And what do you mean you will count them? Like, what are you gonna do? Complain to DoorDash? Whoopee. It was not their fault. She then lists his failings, observing no ground turkey, no Velveeta, no Tostitos, just a can of Rotel and some sour cream. What am I gonna do with that, John? Okay, again, why are we calling them failings? It's not a failing. That's what was available at the time. Could he have called the customer to hopefully replace the item or substitute it? Yeah, in fact, 2 of which were substituted. The others, you blamed John for literally no reason. The refunded list also included an 8-ounce bag of Betty Crocker Mickey and Friends fruit gummies, presumably not on the nachos ingredient list, but also unsecured by John on the faded shopping trip. Those very specific things are sometimes not in stock and go out of stock very quickly. So again, stop making it sound like that's on the driver and more that it's on the store for not having those items so the driver could not get them. Seriously, we get blamed for the stupidest crap. Count your mother effing days, she concludes. Commenters weighed in supportively, with one asserting that a female shopper would have given you 17 options for the ground turkey and never left without some kind of tortilla chip. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, literally blaming the male shopper because a female can do it better. That's ridiculous. Again, I would have called the customer to make sure that it was possible. Oh, did you not actually pick up the phone when he called? Was that the problem? And then now you're upset about it? Seriously. Several other commenters weighed in, shocked that the shopper couldn't have found a chip alternative among the other selections. Okay, there is a good point to be made there, but at the same time, Tostitos is probably the only tortilla chip that I actually know. I know that there are others, and I'm not saying that he couldn't have looked for that. At the same time, if they were having some kind of shortage on Tostitos specifically, I would have been confused on the subject. I wouldn't have known what to do. Again, that's what I would have called the customer for, but I don't know if he actually did that. It wasn't just DoorDash that caught heat. Several commenters recounted their frustrations with past Instacart orders. One recalled, I got a mail with Instacart and I asked for a sugar-free Gatorade when I was sick. She went on to reveal that the shopper instead produced full sugar Powerade without asking for substitute, prompting the TikToker to respond, they don't care. Again, if that's what's available and you're not picking up the phone, they have no choice. Now again, he could have contacted you, see if you wanted the refund or the replacement, who knows, but I don't know what that full situation was like. It seems like you guys like to say your side of the story and not even potentially see it from our side. According to a DoorDash customer service article responding in Q&A format, what happens if a store doesn't have an item I requested? Query. The company stated, we will do our best to deliver all the items you've requested. If we can't find an item or the store is out of stock, you will receive a refund for any missing items. So it's not like you're losing anything for us not being able to find the items. It's the fact that we can't find it, you're getting a refund for it. Another article on the DoorDash site points out, customers have the option to add a substitution preference when placing an order if there is an unavailable item. You may contact DoorDash support for assistance. Which it does seem like he did use substitution. So that looks like, hey, these were the substitutions I wanted. Here's a picture, here's the substitution, and the other ones, they didn't have the substitution you wanted. Or you just didn't place one for that. But commenters seem to believe that the Dasher just didn't try hard enough. Again, customers will always blame the Dasher before blaming any other possibility. They know damn well they had it, but bet he couldn't see it. Shake my head when observed. Again, you weren't there. How would you know? That prompted the TikToker to reply, he knows they had it. These are not rare or luxury items. Again, you weren't there. How would you know? You see, that's the risk of using DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, Instacart, or anything like that, which would prompt us to shop for the items. You accept that you are potentially going to get items that are not up to the same quality of which you would provide, or that they might not be able to get everything you want, and you won't be able to get the substitution that you would get because you are not there to make those decisions with him or her. That's a risk you take. And if you can't accept that, you shouldn't be using the platform to begin with. While no one in the early round of comments jumped into the defense of male DoorDashers, one commenter offered that her boyfriend does DoorDash on the side, and she's trained him to know what to replace with what. And of course, they're probably going to applaud this person for training the boyfriend. And literally, less than no one defended the DoorDash driver properly. Like, seriously? This is why gig workers need to stick together, because this crap is not okay. Norwood exulted, we appreciate you. You're doing the Lord's work. Oh, now we're making it about God. Now we're making this whole thing about God. Like, really? And thanks to her sister arriving with the car shortly after, the order arrived, Norwood was able to go out, gather the necessary ingredients to satisfy her nacho craving. There you go. Happy ending. Yet, I don't see an apology video towards the male DoorDash driver. Not like we should expect one. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Honestly, the discrimination in the gig economy needs to stop. Whether it's disliking somebody because they're a gig worker, disliking somebody because they're a male or female, the color of their skin, what they prefer, it doesn't matter. None of that matters in terms of us actually making money and doing our work. If he wasn't able to fulfill it to the expectations of what you expected from him, you should have used DoorDash to begin with. And if you had those high standards, you shouldn't be using any of these platforms. Like literally, your family member had a car. You could have just done that and saved everybody trouble. No, you just wanted to start something. Because at the end of the day, that's what got you the views. Also, if you had that bad of a nacho craving, you could just order nachos at a restaurant. Probably would have saved you a lot of time and money on that too. Literally. Let's actually take a look. Signature Farms ground turkey, $7.70. $6 for Velveeta original cheese. $6.25 for the nachos themselves, as well as the other items included. You could probably get a plate of nachos for yourself from any restaurant in your area, and that would probably be more effective than this. Would it be the same quality? Probably not. But that being said, if the nacho craving was that bad, that was an option for you. And not to mention, this wasn't out of necessity. You didn't use DoorDash out of necessity. You used DoorDash because you didn't want to bother your sister with using her car, which is fine, but don't make it about the DoorDash driver. All in all, I really think that this entire TikTok was absolute nonsense, and the discrimination against male gig workers and female gig workers, really any discrimination in the gig economy, needs to stop. Enough is enough. We're all just trying to make a buck here. We're all just trying to do our work. Either be okay with it or don't use the platform. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.